Hi everyone! Today I'm excited to show you my 2022 bullet journal setup in this Hiraya journal that I got from Shopee. I was pleasantly surprised at how lovingly and neatly this thing was packaged. I felt like I was receiving a gift. Out of all the options that they had, I got the Tanawin series with vegan leather, khaki colored cover, and gold foiling details at the front, side, and back. It has all the functionalities of a typical bullet journal that you see, with the elastic band holding it together, a back pocket, and 160 GSM paper. As first impressions go, I really like it, but I was a bit disappointed with the blindingly white paper. As someone who's used to cream colored paper, this was a bit of an adjustment, but yeah, aside from that, I really don't have any complaints. I also picked up some stamps because they were on sale from a random shop that I saw in the same e-market. And once we open up the journal, we have the keys on a sticky note in case I need to transfer it over, some reminders of what this bullet journal is to me, and on the right hand side, there's a pre printed space where you can write down your name. In the next page, I left it blank because I still don't know what quote I want to put in there. And flipping over to the next page, I dedicated a spread for my index, which will serve as my table of contents as I fill in the bullet journal. Next up, we have the future log. I split up the spread into 6 sections to represent 6 months. So we have January till June for this one, and on the next spread we have the rest of the year from July to December of 2022. I am trying to stick as much as possible to the original Writer Carol setup. My current bullet journal is heavily influenced by Caitlin Gray and Life in a Bullet. I'm trying to go for a minimalistic aesthetic, focused more on the functionality and mindfulness practice of this system rather than the creative and productivity functions of a bullet journal. Aside from the stamps, I also got this Fude no Suke brush pen. It's something that a lot of bullet journalers have recommended, and I can really see why. You get a lot of control in your upstrokes and downstrokes. So even if you're just a beginner in hand lettering, like I am, you can get pretty decent handwriting using this thing. I own a few brush pens myself, but they are quite hard to control, and I never really get as thin and consistent a line as I do with this one. Right now, I'm showing you an acrylic block that again I bought from Shopee. I'll try to link all the shops down below. And I also got these silicone stamps for decorations. A lot of people swear by the calendar stamps, so just for functionality, I decided to give it a try. It does take a little bit of practice to ensure that the ink is evenly laid out so that you don't miss any numbers. If you can see, the January one has missing sections, so I'll have to be going in and fixing those with my Unipin monoliner later on. So I'm just stamping the rest, and I have to say this was a pretty fun experience for me. I did white out the numbers that I didn't need, and then now I'm just going in, as I mentioned, with my monoliner and my mild liner to serve as a background, a separation for the days of the week. After that, I just used my mild liner in gray to separate out each month using a thin line, and flipping over to the next page, doing essentially the same thing for the second half of 2022. As I was editing this, I noticed how this future log spread is slightly different from the other one. In the previous spread, I had the months at the edges of both pages, but this one I did all right aligned. Still looks good, so I don't really mind. Here I'm just showing you how I am carefully peppering in ink using this tear-shaped ink stamp on this calendar, because there is a border around the numbers that I didn't want to include in the setup. I'm not sure if that was how you should do it, but it worked, so I guess that's that. Likewise, I'm just erasing the pencil marks and going in with my monoliner to separate the days of the week. I did forget to pen in those days, but I filled that out off camera after this. Flipping over to the next page, this is my current me, future me spread, and this is an exercise I learned from Lavender here on YouTube, wherein you draw how you see yourself right now versus how you want to see yourself in the next year. This printout was actually something I did back in 2019, but it still had held the same vibe that I wanted for 2022, so I thought it would be a good addition for my yearly setups. For the next spread, I thought it would be appropriate to place my goals for 2022, and as you can see, I wasn't satisfied with the first header that I did, so I grabbed my Fude no Suke pen and did another and gave it another go, and I like this much better. I have only 2 goals for 2022. I want to keep it basic and very simple. The first one is financial. I want to move out of my parents' home and have my own condo. To do that, I need to hit some financial milestones. And the second one is much more personal, which is just being more self-aware and getting to know what I want and who I am. And there are a few suggested exercises that came to mind, which I listed down below. For the right hand side of the page, I left it blank, and I'm hoping that this would serve as a reflections or reviews page for my 2022 goals mid-year. Then right now, I'm just showing you some cute washi tapes that I got from AJ Tuanya shop, a shop that my friend owns, which I'm really proud of, and I'm using it to stick in this scene from one of my favorite movies, which is Prince of Egypt, wherein the Israelites are walking across the Dead Sea when the Lord had split it open, and there was this huge whale that went near them, and everyone was just staring in awe. For some reason, this imagery has just been speaking to me, and it probably is because I'm going through a lot of changes and transitions in life, and this serves as a great reminder that the Lord really does go before me and He is parting my Dead Seas. So I need to be strong and courageous and just cross over despite the uncertain times. Ooh, and right now I'm just showing you how messy my hands are. And yeah, just a warning, if you're doing stamps for your setup, this is probably gonna happen to you as well. And as you can see, this is my cover spread for December 2021. I was so excited when I received this notebook that I decided to just migrate what I have. And right now, I'm just showing you my current setup in this spiral bound notebook and how I'm going to transfer that over to the Hiraya journal that I have right now. Using my Fude no Suke pen, I just hand lettered in December as my header and then went in with my uni pin to write down the days and the habits that I want to track for the month. So C stands for the cups of coffees that I drink. W stands for the times of day that I walk. E stands for the energy levels that I have, which I rate from 1 to 3, and then JF stands for junk foods that I eat. For the right hand page, I did a running task list for the month and used the Alistair method to schedule in the written tasks that I had. Next up, we have my weekly task page, and this is still something that I got from Caitlin Gray. In the original bullet journal system, writer Carol doesn't really do weeklies, but I think that my brain just functions better when I have my tasks broken down from month to weeks before it goes to days. And at the top, I'm just putting in a space for 3 priorities of the week. And this is probably going to be tedious for other people, but again, I just find it helpful to write it down, the repetition of the action, and it just sticks better in my brain. At the right hand side, just as in my goals page, I plan to use it for my reflections and reviews for the week, what I learned, any highlights that I might have, and basically just an exploration of how I'm feeling and all that good stuff. Then right now, I'm just counting in and splitting up my page to do my daily log, and I actually made a mistake here. I was debating whether to transfer over all the days of December, but in the end, I decided to just go for the current days that I am gonna be using this bullet journal, which is starting December 13 through 19. Then I'm just stamping in the numbers and the spelling out the days to as headers for each line, and this is a layout I got from Pickup Lines, and the main function of this is to track my time. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, and this is just a basic flip through of all the setups that I have so far, and I'm hoping that this new bullet journal will help me be more mindful and self-aware about what I want in life and how I feel. And this video would be kind of my time capsule as I document this journey of doing bullet journals with you. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!